Hello, hello, hello to all my uniques out there. This is your favorite girl, Akudo. Welcome to today's live. Where are my people? Where are my people? Where are my people? Let's go. 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 All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let us be going. Okay. All right, guys. Nah, today, my uniques, I don't know what's going on today. My computer just keep going in and out and in and out. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Jesus Christ, what is going on? All right, let me see. Let me see if you guys can hear me. Pretty Chioma, I see you. You are number one. Welcome. Chiamaka Dim, I see you, my love. Beloved, I see you. Ugo see Ugo. Blessed to be Prince Chigozie. How are you? Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Chidima Ijoma, I see you. Rita Sofo. Ezine, how are you, my love? Let me see. Let me see. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. My mouse is acting up. My own evangelist. Hey, Nkwacha blessing. Onunekurora one. I see all of una. My original, the one and only original. I don't know what's going on with my lights. Let me see. I'm telling you, everything that needs to go wrong is going wrong today. All right. Onyi baby Lawrence, how are you? Tochi Winnie, I see you. Chidima Ijoma, I see you, my love. I see you. the only evangelist. Ugo, see Ugo, our beautiful husband. How are you? Huh? Mhm. Our beautiful husband, how are you? Annabelle. I see Annabelle, I think I saw your video. You just sent me your video. Your Okreka business. I'm about to post it after the live, okay, baby? I will post it. Ugochi, Eukarya Stanley, I see you, my darling sister. I see you. The original evangelist in the building. Is it Allah Muda? How are you? I'm watching from Nigeria, Niger State. Hey, yeah, this is your first time of coming. Welcome to our live. Make sure you follow us, okay, baby? Make sure you follow us. Kenneth Weke, I see you, my darling. Rebecca Akuda, I see you. Let me see. Annabelle, I've called your name. Faith, I see you, my darling. Lara. Faith, I see you, my darling. I see you. Who haven't I called? Happiness King, I see you. Lizzie, I see you, my darling. Today's own get Kelego. He get Kelego. In this one, ah, uh, we shall see. Sending love. Annabelle, I see you guys. Please make sure, let me go to Facebook and see what's going on over there. Make sure you are sharing. You know, we have to share for we to go on. Make sure you are sharing. Once the shares get to 300, share on Messenger, share on TikTok, share on Instagram, share on Facebook, share on Facebook group, share on your page. Send a text message to your friends. Send a text message to your friends. Tell them, come on. Today is today. Today is Sabisa today when we deal with questions about relationship, about relationship. That's what we're talking about today. And today, this one, we have dealt with something like this before, but it's just that this one has a little twist to it. It has a little twist to it. So I just want to hear from you guys. I'll tell you guys the story and then we'll take it from there. We what? Take it from there. We'll take it from there. So I hope you're here to answer some questions. I hope you're here to give your honest answer. You know how we do it. We are honest. We tell our own stories. We talk from our own experiences. Experience is the best teacher. But remember, a smart person learns from their own mistakes, but a wise man or woman learns from other people's mistakes. You don't have to make those mistakes to learn from them. You just do. You just do. All right. All right, guys. Let me see. Comfort, I see you, my darling. Patience, Joel, I see you. Favorite Peter, how are you doing, my darling? How are you? Let me see. Patience, Joel, I see you. Comfort, I see you. Um, Doris Chigozie, I see you, my darling. I see you. Thank you for joining us. Patience, keep up the good work, mommy. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, start calling your friends, start tagging them, tell them to come on. Oh, we are live. Sabisa today is here with Mama Unique Akudo. That's right. That is so right. Chidima, Henry, or for start calling them, oh, start tagging them, tell them to come on. Oh, I want to ask, what would you do if you're in this sister's position? They say we have to be honest. Telling the truth is the best policy. But sometimes you ask yourself, what if this truth gets me in trouble? Oh, joy, but you're still required to tell the truth. So in this case, she wants to know the child, they have been looking for the fruit of the womb for almost 8 years. She has been trying, she has done everything has failed. And then finally she got pregnant, but the baby is not her husband's baby. And now she doesn't know how to tell her husband because the child is sick and they need to get some information so that they will know how to deal with the child. She doesn't know whether if she tells her husband this marriage will be over. She doesn't know if the husband loves this little boy, loves the boy with all his heart because he thinks it's his child. Guys, it's so complicated. We have to be very careful, my uniques. We have to be very careful. And there's nothing that is hidden, under the sun, it will come out. So you ask yourself, is it not better to? I've seen people that they and their husbands, I've told you guys that story and I'm going to share it here too. There are some women that they agree with their husbands. Okay, Chiendibo, I see you, my love. Good evening. I see you, baby. So I don't know. Sometimes Winnie Banda, I see you, my darling. Sometimes you ask yourself, all these lies, is it necessary in relationship? Good evening, ma. Baja, Emmanuel. How are you doing, my love? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not joining us, Dennis, how are you doing? If you're not part of us, please, 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 you know, click if you're on Facebook. Swanky Favor. Hey, Swanky, I cannot believe finally they left you. You can now write comment. Facebook finally left you. You can now write comment. Good evening, ma. Good evening, Swanky. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Sometimes you don't know what to do. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, my darling. I'm doing great. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. You might be doing stuff. I'm doing great, my dear Dennis. I'm doing great. You might be doing things, hiding it, thinking nobody will know. But sometimes those things come to bite you. Good evening, my beautiful big mama. How are you doing, my love? Hey, Chinda, how are you? Good evening, Chinda. How are you? Most of the time, like we always say, the telling the truth sometimes is the best policy. Sometimes when you hide these things, then it becomes a problem. Because most men or most women, they might forgive you if they know from the beginning that this is a problem. They might, work together with you. But when you decide to deal with these problems by yourself in your own way, that's when it becomes a problem. Do you understand? That's when it becomes a problem. Now you're asking yourself, why? So I don't know. Jenny, how are you doing, my love? Miss Jenny, how are you? Like Ugo say the truth. Yeah, that's why you say the truth. I know of a lady, oh, guys, sometimes this is not good. Let us just, sometimes I know that, telling the truth is hard. Sometimes you think there are certain things you might say, okay, let me not tell and hide. And maybe let's say when you were in secondary school, you used to steal people's provision, but now you have stopped, and you don't want to tell your husband or your. It's okay that it doesn't really affect who you are now, but there are certain things, my uniques, that are very detrimental. Sterling Hedibo, I see you, my love. 109, guys, let's share so we can start. 109. But there are certain things that are very, very detrimental that, my uniques, you cannot hide those things. There was a lady, she got married to her first husband, and the husband was an abuser. Okay. So they were always fighting, always fighting. I've told you guys this story before. So she got pregnant, but she didn't know that she had one baby in the stomach and one baby in the fallopian tube. She had is it ectopic pregnancy? They call it ectopic pregnancy. So one was in the womb and one was in the fallopian tube. So she had a miscarriage 3 months. The one in the womb left. So, now back in Niger, they flushed her out, but they didn't know that the one in the fallopian tube was also dead. They didn't know that. So after the DNC, the cleaning of the womb and everything, she kept complaining that her stomach is cramping, cramping. What is going on? So she now saw somebody referred that to a specialist and said, go to Emekuku Teaching Hospital. Go there, they have good doctors there. Go and let them go. So when she went, they now told her to go for a scan. It was when they did the scan that they saw that the fallopian tube, the right one, is already gone, almost rotten, and almost going towards the left one. So the doctor said the left fallopian tube was almost gone too. and that they are scared. Thank God they caught it on time. It could have been cancerous, it could have been something. So the doctor told her they had to take off her fallopian tube, her womb. They have to take everything off because that baby has been, you know, pie in the fallopian tube now since the other one pied in the womb. So when the womb was cleaned, the fallopian tube wasn't clean. So that thing started getting rotten and whatever. You know, the medical people, I don't know the terms. So the doctor told her they had, and this is a woman that just got married, like 2 years into her marriage. So her husband was like, "Oh my God, it means she can't have a child." They say, yeah, she can't have a child, but there are so many ways to have a child. You can adopt, you can use surrogacy, you can find somebody to carry the child for you guys and whatever. Even if it's not her egg, you can get eggs from the bank or whatever. So nobody knew that the man was in his head saying, okay, let her feel better. I'm going to Japa, I'm gonna run. So finally, when the lady did all this, she was down for some time. Then when she recovered, her husband was now, oh no, every day now so fight. Every day. She didn't do this right. She didn't, because the man was looking for an excuse to leave. She didn't do this right. She didn't do this right. She didn't do this right. She didn't do this right, until finally that marriage was over. So when the marriage was over, she moved on. She just said, you know what, let me move on and enjoy my life. So she went back to school, got her education, got a good job, a good paying job in Nigeria. She was okay, working and doing and taking care of herself. And then she now met this other man. So when she met this other man, the man was so much in love with her. And everybody advised her, "Nne, tell this man that you don't have a womb." She said, "No, if I tell him now, he will leave me. But if I marry him and make him fall in love with me and help him build a house, because I have a good job, I have the money. If I help him build a house, maybe make the family fall in love with me, make everybody like me, train the junior brothers in school and stuff like that." So when I now tell them, "Child, I'm finding it difficult to have a child," and then suggest to them, "Can we adopt?" Because of how important I am in the family, how I am helping everybody, how I help their son build a house in the village, and I think they will be open to it. So why would I deny myself happiness? And everybody was like, "But if you tell him and he still likes you, he might still say, 'I don't care, let's go.'" He said, "No, no Nigerian man will do that. No Nigerian man will say, 'I don't care about children.' No, he will leave. So leave me alone. Let me do it the way I want." So they got married. 2 years, 3 years, every time she would tell the man, "Oh, I'm pregnant." After 2 to 3 months, when pregnancy go show, she go say, "Ah, I had a miscarriage. I just started spotting." When her period come, she would make like, "Oh, my period. Oh my gosh," she'll cry. So they felt, the way women, when we want to play you, we can play you real good. So she was doing all this, and around 4 or 5 years into the marriage, she has helped the man build a house in the village. Her mother-in-law loved her. Everybody loved her. They say since she came into the family, she has changed the whole family and everything. At the end of the day, she now told the man that, the man said, "We need to go see a doctor. This thing, we have been married now for almost 6, 7 years. Let's go see. I will run tests." The man went and did all his tests. Everything was okay. The man now told her to go. She went and came back and told the man everything was okay. But now told the man, since she's getting a little bit older, and it wouldn't be that wise to have babies. What if the children have issues? Why don't they just, go to get a surrogate to carry it for them, or go adopt? The man is like, "But you're healthy. Why would we adopt a child? Why would we? You're healthy, you can carry a child. So let's just wait." So unfortunately, one day, the ex-husband's sister came to the one where she went to go fix her car, and saw this girl fixing her car. So she didn't say anything. When the girl now left, she now started telling people there how this girl used to be the brother's wife, how she had this thing, that she doesn't even have a womb, she doesn't have fallopian tube. People now also chebu. Oh, you volunteer, give information, nobody asked you, nobody invited you. But your mouth cannot keep quiet. You want to announce people's story when it's not your story. Do you know that there comes a time in life when people will ask you, you tell them, "This is not my story to tell." Make sure, okay? It's not your story to tell. You want to talk, your mouth they run. You want to tell your story, tell other people's story, tell a for story, tell a kudo story. You be IBC, you be NTA News. Why you they broadcast news where concern you, news where no concern you? So this lady now started telling the mechanic guy that, this lady, she used to be married to my brother. She had a problem. Oh, very nice lady. And the mechanic was like, what? I know her. She comes here with her husband. They've been leaving the husband. They've been looking for the fruit of the womb. She said, which womb? She cannot have children. Her womb, her fallopian tube, everything was taken out. Sister Agnes, who asked you? Onye Jurugi. So she went and told, so the mechanic now said, oh, okay. So when she left, the mechanic now called this girl's sister, this girl's husband, and said, come, I want to tell you, look at what they said, though. That one also is getting onion jiroji, the one that carries the news and extend it to the other person who invited the mechanic man. You had the news, you couldn't keep it to yourself. Now you call the husband, onion takoko, ketaruzie the akoko to the end, and told the man. So the man was like, what? I've been going through all this. We've been crying over miscarriages. We've been crying over losing a pregnancy. And then you want to tell me she knew all this, why that she can't get pregnant? What kind of deceit is that? Who does that? So the man was upset. The man came back and started confronting her. She said it was a lie. And then the man now started calling because apparently the ex-husband's sister told the name of the husband, the village, everything. So the man started calling the village of the man's name, and said even that the woman said the man sells building materials in what's that place in Douglas Road where they say Oboshishi, that side, that they sell those things. That he can go to the man's shop and ask. So the girl now started crying and say, yes, it was the truth, but I love you, blah blah. The man say marriage is over. That's how that marriage was over. Everybody, the mother-in-law, the sister-in-law that she thought that since she has done everything for everybody, they will love her. They say, no, 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 Nehikaba, you are a liar. So they sent her out of the family. She lost. She didn't have the man, the house she built there, everything she bought in that house, thinking that, what did I tell you? You cannot keep a man that does not want to be kept. She thought all those things would keep the man or make the family love her. But when push came to shove, the family chose their son over her and say, you lied. Maybe had it been you told the truth, we could have taken you and know that this is a problem. But the girl was afraid that if she told the truth, they will not take her. You see the way it is, it's a very sensitive thing. So sometimes, even though the telling the truth might hurt you, but at the long run, it's better you just get it out of the way. If they want to stay, they stay. If they don't want to stay, they leave. Than you going through all this and at the end of the day, they will still leave. You see, that doesn't make any sense. Ezechuku blessing, I see you, my darling. Miss Favor, I see you too. Good evening, my love. Good evening, good evening. I think I've gotten everybody. Opera La Faith. I see you, my darling. Neka Alex, how are you? 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 Let me see. Sometimes, women, sometimes, remember, there was a time once Sabisa today we dealt with the lady that the doctor called her and told her that her husband does not produce life sperm. So the doctor propositioned her and say, why don't I be sleeping with you by having children for your husband? That way, no harm, no foul play. And the girl agreed. You remember when you guys listened to the voice note on one Sabisa today? And then what happened was the guy now has 4 children by this same woman. And now the man now say, I want to be coming to your house. I can come and sleep with you anyhow. The guy say, no, I did this to save my husband, but you cannot be coming to my house. I have respect for him. I don't know what kind of respect she has because you're already sleeping with your family doctor to be having children. And how do we know whether the doctor told you the truth? Maybe those are your husband's children. So we don't even know. My unique sometimes is I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know, but this one, when I go judge this one. Yes, matching that motor mount. Nobody go ask them. You go see some because of your boyfriend, your friend, a brother, used to date Akudo, okay? And maybe when he dated Akudo, he used to maybe hit Akudo, or Akudo used to lie, or Akudo used to steal. Now, you have not met Akudo for the past 10 years. You don't know whether Akudo has changed. You don't know whether I've met Jesus. You don't know whether I'm now a born again. You don't know whether God has transformed my life. Now, you meet me 10 years after, and let us say, Chinda wants to marry me. You say, bro, oh, no, 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 not Akudo. You know that Akudo, when we're in secondary school, she used to stay. Who asked you? Onye Drogi. Do you answer questions that they ask you? The one they ask you, you will not answer. but you like to be running your mouth on the one they didn't ask you. Even that girl, she used to stay, she used to do that. Even she used to be married to this guy. The man that is married, let him go and investigate. If they come to you and say, look at what I found out about Akudo. I know you are from Akudo's village. What do you think? Then it's a different thing. Don't go volunteer information and nobody asks you. Don't go give information and nobody say, Biko, give me this information. When I came to America newly, my husband would tell me, don't answer questions that nobody asked you. Don't answer questions that nobody asked you. Don't volunteer information that nobody is asking you for. Okay? We like to run our mouth and then get in trouble. So that's the problem. All right, Chinda said they are called motor mouth. Not true, my brother. Not true. Let me see what Ugo say. There are people that words don't last in their mouth. Those are the people we call basket mouth. Ugo. You see, as you see basket, if you put water for basket, that's so you go they leak. That's how their mouth is. Their mouth can never rest. They can never say, oh, even though I know Ugo, even though I went to secondary school with Ugo, even though I know that Ugo used to be a bad person, but he's in love now with Rita. He's not marrying me. He's not asking to be married to me. If Rita loves him, okay. Rita did not ask me not to know. Rita did not say, I know you went to school with Ugo. What can you tell me about Ugo? It's a different thing. She didn't ask me anything. No. I will take this my 2 legs, charter motor, go to Rita's house, knock on the door, bye. Nne, how are you? You know that Ugo, how did you even meet him? That Ugo is not a good person. No. When we were in secondary school, you used to do this. That's what I came to tell you. Have a nice day. Then they will put God. God bless you. What is God blessing me? What is God blessing me with your ashray? You ashray to me. You gossip to me and then topped it with God bless me. Bless me with what? With your ashray. My sister, I just wanted to let you know, may the peace of the Lord be with you. May the peace of the Lord be with me with my ashray, that you came and ashrayed me. Guys, life is too funny, I'm telling you. What no, they last for their mouth. They get diarrhea for mouth. That's what they have. Okay, for me, truth is my watchword. And I don't really think I can go into marriage with any secret because it will eventually surface. Yes, it does. Nothing is hidden forever. Nothing is hidden under the sun. Tell the truth before marriage. If the person wants, he or she can stay. Happiness surpasses everything else, and a little lie is capable of ruining your happiness forever. Do you know that that is giving people too much power over you? Do you know the kind of power you give me if I know your secret and I want to hold it? I ask you to give me money, you give me, I hold it. If I ask you not give me, I release a little bit just to show you that your life and future is in my hands, so I can mess it up for you or I cannot. See, this is the reason why I teach you guys. Any secret you share with somebody is no longer a secret. This is why I teach you guys these things. Any secret, you say, this is my secret, but Mama Unique is between me and you. I don't tell anybody. Mama Unique has somebody else that she confides in. She will say, Nne, it's between me and you. Don't tell anybody. That person has somebody else she confides in. Nne, it's between me and you. Don't tell anybody. That person will go home and tell her best friend, Nne, it's between me and you. Don't tell anybody. That person, will, by the time you know it, everybody has had it. You see, it's no longer a secret. So if you don't want any secret, you don't want people to hear, baby, carry that secret. Keep it here by yourself. Don't share with nobody. Keep it to yourself. Because there are people that I call enemies of progress. They like to volunteer information about you. I've warned you people about, I've taught you people to stay away from this kind of people. All they remember is your past. They will never remember your growth. They will never remember your transformation. They will never remember the new version of you. The only thing they remember is Akudo that used to be in secondary school that caused trouble. He's Akudo that used to fight in secondary school. He's Akudo that used to do runs girl in secondary school. He's Akudo that took away 3 to 4 pregnancies in secondary school. He's Akudo that her father used to steal in secondary school. He's Akudo that her mother is a proper in secondary. That's the only thing they remember. They will never remember that, guess what? When we were in secondary school, Akudo was such a nice girl. When we were in secondary school, that girl used to be smart. That girl about first all the time. Very smart girl. They will not remember, hey, Akudo, very hardworking girl. I don't know her now, but when we're in secondary school, please, my unique, I want to teach you to always see the positive in people. Before you jump to the negative, look for the positive. I made a conscious effort to teach my children that. When they come and tell me, Mommy, because that's how my father taught us. You come to my father and tell my father, Mpa, do you know this? My father say, and so, hello, Tishimana, how do you know? Mom, don't be looking for negative in people. See the good in people. And that time when he says that, he used to be very mad. I say, when Bobby got one coca, and he will listen to you. I told you guys the story. My cousin came and brought a car. My father blessed it. And when my cousin left, my brother asked my father, do you know it's his car? Maybe it's not his car. He just came and borrowed it just to show you. My father said, no, my son, it is his car. Even if it is not his car, and he borrowed it to come and show me, it is okay. I've still blessed it. Don't have that attitude. When you see good things in people, recognize it and bless it so that God will give you those good things. It is his car. What you say is, God, please help me to buy car when I get to his age. Not to say that it's not his car. He borrowed it to come and show off like he has arrived. My son, don't. So that's how I made conscious effort with my children. Bobby, do you know this person did this? I say, okay, what do you like about that person? He's kind of smart, he's kind of good. It's just that I say, forget about what he's just like. Tell me what you like about that person. Focus on those good. Try to see the good in you, in other people. Because when you see the good in other people, then you begin to see the good in you. Then you begin to build up your own self-esteem. Always do that. Don't always, every time you see your secondary school people, you only remember when they were in trouble. When you see your colleagues, you remember when they wrote a report. Do you remember when you wrote a report and the boss said that report was rubbish? You remember? And the boss called you a fool. What is funny? Somebody called me a fool because I messed up at work 6 years ago, and you haven't seen me 6 years ago, and now you see me. You didn't remember how we used to go to lunch and laugh. You didn't remember we used to go watch movies together over the weekend. You didn't remember how we used to talk about our boyfriends. You did not remember any good thing. The only thing you remembered was when I made a mistake and wrote a bad report and they called me a fool. Sis, where is your head? Bros, where is your head? So, guys, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people like that are the people that want to put giri and sanga for your gari. So this sister thought she was done. She has been married to this man. They have been living 6, 7, 8 years happily, trying to look. And she was beginning to convince her husband. Like the husband said, "No, we don't need to adopt it." I say it doesn't matter. Maybe if we adopt a child now, God will give us our own. Who knows? Even though she was lying, but she was lying in her the thing with the woman, and he was working. And then this blabbermouth just saw her somewhere and gave her the whole downloaded her information, and that's how that marriage was over. So it's similar to what we're going to deal with today, but in this case, I think, I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think that sister made a mistake, or do you think she saved her marriage? Because her husband is an only son. But what I think she should have done, I will keep my advice towards the end. I will hear from you guys. What I think she should have done was to tell the husband the truth of the matter. Guys, we are still on 138 shares now. Let's go. Let's go. 138 too small now. It's too small now. Yes, go now. Yes, go now. Guys, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Please, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start sharing. Let's start sharing. Let us start sharing. Let me see what Prince say. It's better she open up to the man. He might love her with her condition than keeping that as a secret. It can destroy the family, and she'll go back to square one. In such condition, truth must be told to save the family or relationship. And the saddest part of it is that we always think that if we tell the truth, they will leave us. Most of the time, they do not leave. Most of the time, if you're honest and you actually tell them the truth and they know the truth, they might be angry. I've seen people, their wives or their husbands told the truth. They were angry initially, but they came back, thought about it, and say, well, we are human beings, nobody is perfect. And they make amendments, and they say, you know what, I can deal with this, but don't do this or don't do that. It happens. But the first thing that comes to us is fear. I don't want to. What if he runs away? What if? But the saddest part of it is when you lie to them and then they now find out the truth, that is when it is almost 99% that they will leave. Because now they begin to question everything. They begin to think, when you told me you love me, was it a lie? When you said I will be here with you, was it a lie? When you told me yesterday you were going to work, did you actually go to work? Now they are beginning to second guess everything you say. Because if you can lie with this big thing, what about small, small things? Or if you can lie with these small things, what about the big things? That's the evil about lying. You see, that's the evil about lying in relationship. And then you don't want your partner to know you as a liar. Because everything that comes out of your mouth, they think you're lying. So I don't know. I just don't know. Let's do the sharing so we can, so you guys can come and think and talk. I don't think is the best. In Africa, especially Nigeria, marriage is basically to procreate, and no matter how successful one is, without an issue, it is incomplete. That's right, my darling. That's right. And then even to procreate in Nigeria is good. And then they now want to put emphasis on the son. If you born girl, you know born son. Now wahala too. They will say, eh? Now so who go inherit the man? Women go get married and go their husband house. Who go be the person who go take over the man? Where go take over the man's name, his legacy. So the Bible says, go into the world, be fruitful, multiply. So children come with it. So most men, if they know that you're not healthy, you can't carry a child. Some of them will want to make alternatives. Okay, let's adopt a child, but let's get the child from an infant, or let's do surrogacy, or let's do in vitro, or whatever we need to do. But most people want to know. They don't want you to do wuru and cover it, because, okay, in this girl's case now, the child is sick, and this is a 4-year-old child. The man thought this child is his, and now the man is going to find out that this child is not his. So the girl is trying to find a way, because what she's telling me she wants to do is very confusing to me. She's telling me that she doesn't want the husband to go to the hospital with her, but the husband needs to be in the hospital, and she's trying to find a way so that the husband will not be there, so that when the test and everything will be done, the husband will not be there. But the husband said he wants to be there all through, and she is scared that if the man find out, what she did, the man is an only son. So she said there was a lot of pressure on her from the man's parents about having children. They've been married already for 8 years and no children. And then every time she tells her husband, I'm gonna tell you guys the story. Let us keep sharing. Let's keep sharing. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, mama. Let's go, please, guys. So we can start. Let us go, let us go, let us go. 149 shares. Guys, let's share in our messenger. Uh, Glory, glory to the Lord in the highest. Peace, peace on earth towards men. Guys, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me be reading your comments. Akindeji, my love, how are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. She better tell any man that come for her the truth. Most of us don't, because sometimes we feel what you don't know does not hurt the heart. Onyinyechi Royal, how are you, my darling? That's a new name. Please make sure you join us, my love. Make sure you join us, my love. Okay? Okay. I've read those two. I've read those two. I've read that one. But the mechanic is not really to be blamed. He had what feels strange to him, and he felt like calling his fellow man to inquire, knowing fully well all their condition. The person to be blamed is the one that released the story, but the most blame goes to the one that hid such important story in the first place. Yeah, I'm not even, see, the problem is that I'm not even blaming anybody. Number one, yes, she hid the story. She should have told the truth. That's a mistake she made. The sister-in-law that came to tell the story was a blabbermouth. Nobody asked her. It's not good if all of us stand and people start pointing and start telling what we did. Nobody will stand because we all have skeletons in our cupboard. If I stand now and everybody that knows me from when I was say, I used to remember that, you remember crying and start, nobody likes that. So she shouldn't have volunteered the information. Nobody asked her. Number two, the mechanic had it. Okay, you had it. It's okay. You know their condition. You are the husband, is your client. This is a personal story. Why? It's not your business. Mind your business. Even if the lady told you, you yourself, you have some mistake you made there too, you went to go tell. You had to, not that the husband was there and had it. You took the phone and called the man and say, hey, come on, there is this lady that came here, look at all the information. So you now relate the info. So in this case, almost like you said, almost all of them, because all of us, like, we remember when Jesus Christ in the Bible, the Bible said the woman was caught in adultery. The Bible did not say the woman has finished the adultery and then somebody told them. The Bible did not say that somebody recorded them on phone and then they watched it and said, oh, she was in adultery. No. The Bible says she was caught in the act. That means as she did there, they enjoy herself in that act, she was caught. Okay? And they took her to Jesus. The first question you ask yourself, and that's the first question I always ask anybody that want to talk about other people. Where was the man? She was not committing adultery by herself. She was not in that thing committing adultery with a stick or a chair. She was with somebody. So when they took her to Jesus, for Jesus to say, okay, go ahead and stone her according to the law. So the man was there. So the man will not be stoned. So adultery is good for the man, but it's not good for the woman. That's number one. And that is the society. That thing that happened then happens today. We all act like we don't have skeletons in our pocket. We all make mistakes. All of us have big teeth. But if your lip is big enough to cover your teeth, then nobody will see your teeth. But if your lip is not big, everybody will see your teeth. Okay? Then, when they went to Jesus, Jesus told them, any one of you that has not committed this crime, cast the first stone. All of them dropped their stone. They said Jesus bent down and started writing. Some theologians will tell you that he started writing everybody's sin. They say that when he bent down, he started writing, Akudo, this one is yours. Chidimma, this one is yours. Okonkwo, this. So everybody will look and see their own sin. They will drop the stick and the stone and leave. What the girl did was wrong. She should have told the truth. You see, one thing about lying is you have to manipulate a lot to keep that lie. You see, now she has to pretend every once in a while like she's pregnant and then pretend like she had a miscarriage to keep the lie going. That's one thing about lying. It takes a lot from you. It takes a toll on you. You are lying to cover up. So she had to keep doing all this, and now this sister-in-law, nobody called her. She came and gave the information at a mechanic shop. If it is her, would she like somebody that knows her to come to a mechanic shop and be telling her story? I know she wouldn't like it. She will say, but it's not your business. It's not your business. But in this one, she's doing another person's business. And he they sweet them, as he they paying them, and he they sweet us, as he they sweet her, he they paying her. In a there. Then the mechanic way had no say make I stop. Mechanic now say, let me relay the message. So every one of them had a part in it. Even though the girl messed up, she should have told the truth. So, but most of the time, like I said, we feel like, oh, if I tell the truth, then people will not come. But we don't know that the reverse is always the case. Now, like I told her yesterday, now if your husband gets to know, this might actually break this marriage. Because not only did you lie to her, not only did you know about his condition, you didn't tell him. Number one. Number two, you went and did whatever you did and got pregnant. You did not even tell him. Number three, you gave birth to a child that is not his. Number four, he has fallen in love with this son, 4 years old. And now, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to buy? He might want to walk away, or his parents might say it doesn't matter. He's our child. He has been here with us. He's our child. So it's just a whole lot. That's the problem. So sometimes, even though it hurts, it's better you just tell the truth. It's easier when you do that. The man made a mistake too. Not everything you see, you air out or voice out to your family. Yeah. Some men, that's why I tell you guys, some things between you and your wife is between you and your wife. You too, you be blabbermouth. Eh? You and your wife go have small quarrel. You don't call your mama, you don't call your papa, you don't call your auntie, your grandma no papa, grandpa no papa, your cousin that lives in Aba knows. Your auntie, do you know what Akudo did today? Akudo has been yelling at me. After tomorrow, me and you go make up. You go carry phone again, go call all those people where you don't tell. Say, me, we have made up. No, you will not. No, you will not. Oh, it's not a do or die affair. She would have told the man. Yes, she should have told the man. Remember the story I told you guys? My father said a man and his wife were fighting. They fought all night on Sunday night. They fought. Sunday, Monday morning, the man took off and went to the market. Everybody he saw in the market, he said, do you know my wife is a very bad woman? He has been fighting me all night. Do you know everybody that came to the market on Monday? He told them. By the time he finished and went home by 6 p.m., because he has a shop in the market, the wife has realized her mistake. The wife has cooked. The wife has put on her lingerie. The wife is waiting for him to come back. And when he came back, the wife said, please, I'm very sorry. I've thought about it. I should have said what I said to you. The way I reacted was wrong because I'm so sorry. He said, okay, I forgive you. He ate the food. They were happy. They made love and everything. Now, my father asked us the question, tomorrow, is he going to go back to the market and tell the people in the market now that the wife is now a good woman they have made up? That's number one question. Number two, the people that came to the market on Tuesday, are they the same people that were there on Monday? Or new set of people have come to the market on Tuesday? Do you understand? So it's not everything you run. Mommy, hey, this is my husband here. He lost his job. He's a stupid man. He's useless man. It's okay. Your mother will say, don't mind that fool. Tomorrow, your husband will get a good job. He's now making money. Now you want your family to respect him, but your siblings, your mother, they don't get respect for him. You say, Mommy, my husband, which your husband? That Anumpam husband. Mommy, don't call my husband Anumpam. Mommy, don't call my husband Anumpam. But you and her were busy calling him Anumpam because that's the way you people convert in your family. Your mother will say, what about that your stupid husband? Which man? That stupid one. Ah, forget him. Mommy, please forget that man. I got one wrong way. Because mommy, talk. And we are talking about human beings. We're talking about dead people. Oh, mommy, please continue. Tomorrow now he's rich and now you want to respect him. You say, Mommy, my Oga is in the parlor. You want to who's the Oga? Come on, tell that your stupid man to come to the kitchen. I'm not coming there to get. Mommy, why are you treating my husband like this now? Why are you treating my husband like this now? Now you tell him, say, Mama, this is how to treat my husband. Guys, I always tell you guys, if you want your family to respect your husband, you respect your husband and know how you carry your husband around your family. If you want your family to respect your wife, you respect your wife and know what you tell them about your wife. You cannot be calling family meeting to tell your family members because you're angry that your wife is a prostitute. And you know in your heart of heart that she's not a prostitute. You know in your heart of heart that that woman has been faithful to you. But because you are mad, you now gather your family member. You know this girl here, Ashawo, she's an Ashawo. Tomorrow, when a little boy in your family begin to call your wife Ashawo, make you no cry you. Now you open the door for them. Now you tell them because you are the husband. If Nelson comes to you people now and tell you people that Akudo is Ashawo, you people will believe him. Because he is my husband, he should know me better than anybody. So for him to say that, or even though you people know me, you say, but I don't think Mama Unique can do that. I don't know. But some of you will say, if he's not doing that, why would her husband say that? Why would her husband? Nah, because forget about this Mama Unico. Maybe that's what she's doing. No, that's how life is. Be very careful what you tell. Be everything. Some of us are blabbermouth. Your husband cough. Your mama don't hear him. Your husband sneeze. Your mama don't hear him. Everything. Cockroach run across your house. Your mama know. Goose run over there. Your mama know. Dog poop over there. Your mama know. Your papa know. Keep telling until the day it will come to bite you on your behind. You'll be calling Mama Unique. And I'll tell you, Nehikaba, you know, Simio. Be very, very careful. Okay? All right, let's see. I want to jump into this story. Let me see how many shares. I hope we're sharing. Hope we're sharing. Eh, 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 eh. Guys, what is going on today? We're still on 167. By now, we would have had at least 300. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Mm. What's going on? Come on, life. We get gist. He said we get gist. Oh, we get gist. You don't have to be that. How are you doing today, my Tony? Okay, I'm doing great, my darling. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Radio station with that is radio without battery. Those ones don't get battery. There are people that are like that. That's all they do. They are into your story. They will tell your story. Sometimes like, people will ask me, a little lie will ruin your mind. Sometimes people will ask me, so you knew this and you didn't tell me. I say, baby, it's not my story to tell. It's not my story. If it is happening to my sister, why do you want me to tell you? Let her tell you it's her story, not my story. My own story, I'll tell you. Because people like you to, hey, you know what? This is it. You, if it's you that they're telling your story like that, will you like it? Do unto others what you want them to do unto you, baby. And how are you doing, my love? How are you doing? Okay, Chukwu ihe ndị Igbo, they are known in Igbo language as Awutoka. Abauka. You know, I can't read Igbo. Abutoka. Bro Anthony, how are you? Please, I'm just coming back. What is the topic? Bro Anthony, the topic don't have food. My husband is not the father of my child. What should I do? Tell him the truth, but you will understand, even though there is no understanding. But I'll give you the backup story to does it justify what she did? I want to hear from you guys. Your best friend has another best friend. Please keep your secret to yourself. Bam. Keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear it. Your best friend has a best friend, and a best friend, and a best friend, and a best friend. And before you know it, the whole neighborhood knows your story. There are people who talking too much is their habit. Yeah. There are people, the Ashribakutes, they love to talk about. And this kind of people, and let me tell you their secret. They will never tell you anything about themselves. They are very secretive. But they want to know everything. They want to know, Chinda, how many times you've eaten in a day. They want to know who is Chinda's girlfriend. They want to know what Chinda's mother do. They want to know everything. But make mistake and ask them one question like, where do you work? They'll get angry. Why do you want to know where I work? Why? Why? But they are into everybody's business. Mind the business that pays you. If that business is not paying you, then leave that business alone. Once a second party hears it, is not a secret. Enemies get information from them. That's right. Once somebody hears it, that's it, you're done. I need your story. Yeah, so even when you are successful, they will still doubt it because they thought it's always negative. Yeah, that's the same thing. You don't have money, they say na bad luck. You have money, they say you be ritualist. Not the real ritualist. Though. I'm saying there's a way you be doing money. They'll say, "Yeah, the question where the genuine. You give people, you don't give people stuff. They say, you're very stingy. You give people too much. They say, are you sure this way she's giving? She's not using not for sacrifice. Hey, there's this song my mom used to sing when we were small. She said, Mrijo afọ ọ dịghị onye iro mma, mburu ọnụ ọ dịghị onye iro mma nwanne m. Amara m mere onye kpọrọ m ụgwọ, ị ma na amara m furu ya. That is the mercy, the goodness I showed to somebody that doesn't like me is a waste. Because when I eat, they are not happy. When I am hungry, they are not happy. When I wear clothes, they are not happy. When I'm naked, they are still not happy. Do you know that? You remember? Did you guys see the reel I did? There is some people, no matter what you do, Chinda, if you like, roll yourself on the floor for them. If you like, tie your neck on a rope and give them, they will not be happy. And I just realized that it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you, my sister, my brother. Don't sweat it. Take a chill pill. The anointing of God on your life is terrorizing the demon in them. So no matter what you do, your anointing, they pepper them. The Spirit of God in you, they pepper them. The Holy Spirit in you, they pepper them. So no matter how nice you try to be around them, the Spirit in you is peppering them and they are not appreciating it. That's the same song my mother used to sing. Anachira, there's a way she said, Anachira tonwo kuka. That's the way she sings the beginning. Mrija for the only Roma. Mburo no the only Roma one name. Amara mere onye kpọrọ m ụgwọ. Ịmana amara m furu ya. No matter what you do for somebody that doesn't like you, they will not like you. They will not. That's the way it is. So you might as well just be you. If somebody loves you, they love you. If you have problems with your womb and maybe you did something, you tell them. If they love you, they will. If they don't like you, they don't. There's nothing we can do about it. Guys, we are now on 188 shares. Guys, let's hurry up. Let's hurry up, please. I'm begging. Share, 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 share. Share, share, share. Share. And the thing now that is scaring her is she is thinking, maybe does her husband know that he has a problem, but was also hiding? My unique, this is so complicated. I'm telling you, this story is so complicated. So she doesn't even know that maybe her husband knows he has a problem. And maybe he already knows that he cannot father a child, or maybe because if they are still trying and trying and trying, so maybe that shows the man does not know, or does he know and pretending? My unique, I don't worry too much. You don't know again who is who. So I just don't know. I don't know whether the husband knew he had problems, because she said the husband has been married before. But according to the husband, the marriage lasted only for 2 years. So, do you think maybe the husband was married and the woman found out the problem and left? And maybe the man knows? Or maybe, because she said she has asked the husband, why did she leave? She said she just left because she had this boyfriend that was living in London. So when the man came back, the man abandoned her. So they started dating and they got married. And then the man came back and said that he had problem, he was sick, that's why he wasn't communicating and still loves her, and that he left. So, but we don't know where the girl is to know whether this is the truth or a lie. You see, this is so complicated, so complicated. I don't know. You guys, I'll tell you the story. Banji Katete, I see you, my love. I see you. Umokoro Sarah, I see you too, sweetie. I see you. Say before you jump to the negative, look for the positive. That's right. Before you see the evil in people, see the good in them. Lucy Didi, Amaka, how are you, my girl? How are you? I try to see the good in people, unless if I have tried, there are some people you have tried to see the good in them. You're wasting your time. There are people like that. Just like the people I tell you, there are people like that. You have tried to say, nah, Mama Unique, she's at least, but you are trying, but each time you try, they give you the negative. You push high. You try, look, dig. You digging to see whether you can dig out the truth, the positive. They give it to you negative. Why, was, mass, woto. You say, Jesus Christ. You are trying your best, but there are people like that. Even if you try, you can't find the good in them because they are just mean-spirited people. They're never happy. So no matter how you try to say, okay, I see she's smiling today. Even that smile she's starting, not check again. So it's like, I'm trying, but it's not working. There are people like that. They like remembering and keeping. Yeah, they like to keep record of what you did. Never the good ones. It's always the bad ones. Negative energy people will always focus on that's what they do. That's why I tell them positivity right here. We don't do negative. In my unique Akudo TV, we don't do negative. If you do negative, I delete your comment, I block you. We don't do negativity here. We are all about the positive vibe. She would have told her husband the truth and adopt a child. Yeah, that's what she should have done, but that's not what she did. That's not what she did. Mommy, she did it to save her marriage. Yeah, I think she did it to save her marriage, but she made a very big mistake by not. You see, that's the problem. That's the thing I was telling her yesterday. I understand what she did. Her husband is an only son, an only child, no other child. So they got him married quite young because they want him to start having children. And since that time, no children, 8 years, no children. Okay. And then she was like, I need to do something. So she now was like, he told her husband, let's go to the hospital, let's go check. And then, that's how she now started finding out a lot. What I don't know is whether the husband knew but was hiding it, or maybe he didn't know. That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Okay. What she did, she actually thought in her head it was to save her marriage. But at the end of the day, this might be what will destroy the marriage. Unless the man decides, if the man knew he had a problem, then maybe he might let it go. But if he did not know he had a problem, male ego, he might say, no, nehikaba. No, why would you go do all this without telling me? Maybe if she told the man, they would have worked together. I don't know. Mommy, it's better the truth comes out from your mouth than, yeah, it's good. It's better you tell that's what I tell you. Tell your own story. When you tell your own story, it's better. That story that is going to come out and people are going to start twisting it. Tell it yourself. Tell it yourself. When you tell it yourself, what else can they do? He that is down needs fear no fall. Kinazo ka ha ga-eme gị? Ihe ha ga-eji akọ gị ọnụ, you have already said it by your own self. So, and now you tell it in your own words instead of them twisting it around. The foundation has been faulty from the beginning. Yes, my brother, he has. She really lied. And the lie, no be small lie, my uniques. It's not a small lie. In any relationship, start it with the truth. That's right, Unkocha, my darling. He said the best thing to do is to call the husband, sit him down, and tell him the whole truth from the beginning. That's what I advised her. But she was saying that she thinks her husband will leave. She thinks her husband will leave. I say he might not. You know, once you start lying, they will find you out. It will be hard to trust you. Yeah, it will be hard. And when there is no trust, what are you doing? Saying the truth is the best, but it's not easy. My brother is not easy, especially they've been married for 8 years and they have had this baby since 4 years. So altogether, they've been married for 12 years. Do you know is this man is going to feel like a rug was pulled from under him? It's like somebody surprised him. A child he has loved for 4 years is going to find out is not his child. Oh, Jesus, help us. Human beings, we need to be careful in the decisions. Yes, my darling, we need to. It's better she tells him the truth by herself rather than yes. It's better she said it herself. I know it's not easy, but she just have to do it. That's right, my sister. That's what I told her. I say it's better. The same story I told you guys, I told her that story. I say it's better you tell this man yourself than for this man to come to the hospital, even if you succeed in letting him go without being there to see the child or to get tested because you don't want him to get tested because you know if he gets tested for what is wrong with your child, they will find out that the blood group don't even match. They will find out everything. Okay, so are you going to let your child die because of you don't want to know the truth? That guilt, will you live with it? That's number one. Number two, even if you succeed to convince him not to go do the test, let us do somebody else, the truth will still come out. And the longer it takes to come out, the more it's going to hurt. Okay? The more it's going to hurt. All right, guys. Guys, please share, share, share. Stella say share. Men they chop scatter, but women own they spread like pure. uh, keep secrets in marriage. Keeping secrets in marriage is not good, not at all. Exactly, she would have told the truth. She would have told the truth from the beginning. That's what I told her. Especially when you noticed that it was your husband's problem. You went to the doctor, it wasn't your problem. You should have told your husband, okay, look at the test, look at what the doctor said. How do we do it? Why would you go? You see, that's the problem. Some of us women, we want to be super women. We want to do and undo. We think we are what is that man's name? Batman. Instead of you to tell your husband, this is the problem. What do we do? Maybe two of you would have come up with, okay, let's adopt a child, or mama, let us go get a sperm from the sperm bank, and then you do in vitro since you're okay. You see, there are so many ways you could have done it. But this one, you didn't even tell him. You hid the secret from him and went and did what you did by your own self without telling him. What did you think was going to happen? Unfortunately, this child has a sickness that is hereditary, that is passed from the sperm to her, and your husband doesn't have that. And now they need to test him for something for the child. Now, what are you going to do? The woman husband gets problem. The woman knows about it, but not the man. The wife come go outside, carry belly, give the man come have the picking. But okay. All right, guys, let me see how many shares. I might just go ahead and start. I might just go ahead and start. And I know one share today. I have couples night in my church, so I'm not gonna stay long because I have to get ready for what we're doing in my church. Okay, 221 shares. Almost there, but not there, but almost there. All right. Hello, hello, hello to all my uniques out there. This is your favorite girl, Akudo. Welcome to Unique Akudo TV. You just stepped into the Empowerment Center. This is where we help you discover the you that makes you unique and the S that makes you special. We like to tell you that you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. There is nobody in this world like you. You are in a class of your own. My God does not make junk. So that means you're special. All right. So we go live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, like we're doing today. We call it Sabisa today, when we deal with relationship and marriage issues. Tuesday, Thursdays, we mostly do teaching about self-esteem, relationship, marriage. And then tomorrow we do spiritual empowerment. I'm a born again Christian. I believe the Bible is the word of God. So I come with the Bible to encourage you. I come with the Bible to talk to you about God so that you can go face your week ready. So that when devil gives you, you give them woto woto with the word of God. All right. And then we do our singles fellowship. So, guys, welcome to Unique Akudo TV. If you are not following us on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Instagram, is Unique Akudo TV on all platforms. Please hit the red button on YouTube to subscribe, hit the blue button on Facebook to follow, and then you hit the button to on Instagram to follow us. Okay, come join the family. The more, the merrier. Guys, this lady called me and they was telling me this story. She said that she married an only son. Her husband is an only son in a family. So her mother-in-law, they got the boy married. I think the boy got married around 27 because they wanted him to start having children. She said the first year, second year, no pregnancy, third year, no pregnancy, fourth year, no pregnancy, fifth year, no pregnancy. The mother-in-law is not finding it funny because the reason why they got the son married early is so that he can start producing children. 5 years now, no children. So the love they all had for her when she came started going down. She said now the mother-in-law will come and rain abuses on her, tell her, what are you doing here? You are a man, you can't have children. Leave my son so my son can go have children. I am old. You know the way we Africans do it. They'll be yelling at her, she'll be crying, she will pray. She said there is no mountain you pray that she has not been to. She will go to any mountain, she will go to any church. They'll tell her this prophet is for a pregnancy prophet. She says she will go. There is nothing drinkable. Ah, I felt sorry for her. She said, Mama, you need, there's nothing I have not put in this my mouth. They will give me herbs, they will put something and tell me every morning, take one shot, take it evening, shake. If you are looking for the fruit of the womb, when you got married and just be having children, you don't know what others are seeing. People, women have seen stuff. She said that they will give her things to drink. She will drink this. Before that, within that first 5 years, the mother-in-law will bring this. She will drink. The mother-in-law will take her to this spiritual church. Oh, there's these people, they pray for her. The mother-in-law will take, the mother-in-law will bring herbs. She said everything they gave her, she was drinking. Just for pregnancy to come. Pregnancy no come. After 5 years, the mother-in-law now feel they now started calling her a man. They would tease her and say, yeah, you went and collected a fellow man here. You went and so she said she became miserable. From the fourth, fifth month towards the 6th month, she was now very miserable. So she said, Mama Unique, there is nothing I could have, if anything within my power to do to have a child, I would have done it. I did not care. If he meant to just go gargle ekwensu reason no faithful, I would have gone. All I wanted was just to have a child, just to have a child for him. So that, and my husband was so kind, even though his family was mean and everything. My husband did not do anything. He just said, that's okay. I said he was not worried. He said no, he wasn't worried that even if we don't have children. See, and that is not common with an African man. So that's why I think maybe he knows, but I might be wrong. So he said that the man kept saying that when she starts crying, the man said, "What are you crying about? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. I know you have a child. God is the one that gives children. Don't worry about it." So she said that that was her only consolation. Sometimes the mother-in-law will come. You know, mother-in-laws will come with trouble and scream and yell, and the son will say, "Mama, that's enough. That's enough. Don't do that." You know, the man will always stand up and defend her. So she said, so now she has become desperate. She said, Mama Unique, you know these pastors that say they will sleep with you and give you. If I saw one, I would have gone. I was so desperate. Like I was like, this man is going through all this because of me. Because of me. You know. So she said when it was about maybe seventh year, she now told her husband, why don't we go do tests? I don't know why with Africans, why do we wait to do tests after 7 years? The first 1 year, 2 years, if you're not getting pregnant, please, my sister, make out time and go see an OBGY. Tell them to go, they can run tests on your eggs to make sure you have fertile eggs. They can run tests on your body to make sure. Just go and see a doctor. The problem we do is we want to use faith as ignorance. Oh, God will give us, God will give us. What are you doing? It's not like God will not give you. I'm a Christian. I believe God will give you. But have you done your part? Have you gone to see a doctor? Has your husband gone to see or done the spam thing? Maybe they will take his sperm and do the spam culture. Make sure he is producing live sperm. Some men are not producing live sperm. They can ejaculate, but there is no live sperm. Those things they are ejaculating dead sperms. So there's no way you can get pregnant. If you like, wait from now till 1940. You will not get pregnant. He's not giving you live sperms to be produced, to fertilize with your egg and produce the baby. Ignorance is not faith, my uniques. Ignorance is not faith. Everything we want to call it faith. Oh, I'm believing God. I'm believing God. How can you be believing God in ignorance? How can you be believing God in ignorance? We are very quick to quote, oh, give to Caesar what is Caesar, give to God what is God. That means you should, if you traditional, no. That means give to Caesar what is Caesar, give to God what is God. You have faith, but faith without works is useless. Go see a doctor that is giving to Caesar what is Caesar. Go see a doctor. Go see a fertility doctor. You have stayed in marriage 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, no picking. What are you still waiting for? Are you going to live 15 years before you go? By the time you decide to go see a doctor, now you are in your 40s. Now it's too old for you to get pregnant. When you were in your 20s, why don't you just go now? That you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, and you're still, well, I'm believing God, I'm believing God. Yes, believe God. God, there is nothing God cannot do. But my sister, have you gone to see what is wrong? It's just like me. When I had my problem and I stayed there and said, no, I'm believing God. I believed God, but I said, God, I need to see a doctor. And when I went, the doctor said, baby, you need surgery. And I went for my surgery. And then God took me through the process of healing. That's why you are a human being. That's why you're smart. That's why you have faith. Because God will never leave nor forsake you. But stop using ignorance as an excuse of faith. Ignorance is not faith. So let me get back to the story. So the girl said she now told her husband after 7 years. I said, baby, why did you wait for 7 years? So she said she now told her husband, let them go do a test. So her husband said, no, nothing is wrong with me. That when he was in university, that he impregnated two of his girlfriends. And that, they even took the baby, they took the pregnancies out so that he's okay. But he doesn't know that a man can be fertile yesterday and today a man can be sterile. A man can have a lifespan yesterday and the next day he might not have it. Because men, a lot of things, wearing very tight boxers, the way you sit, anything can happen to you and that area might not be able to be working anymore. Okay? So the man told her nothing is wrong, but normally we Africans, we always think the problem is the woman. So she went and ran all kinds of tests. They checked her womb, they checked her egg count, they checked everything, and everything came back good. Gucci, good. So she now told the husband everything is good. So why don't you now go? The husband said there is no need. You see, that is a suspect to me. Why doesn't he want to go? So finally, the husband now said that he has a friend who he wants to go to that friend, not the hospital where the girl went to. He has a doctor friend who is going to do the thing for him. So he now went to the doctor friend. So they did the test, and the doctor friend found out that he's shooting blanks. He doesn't shoot any lifespan. He doesn't have any lifespan. He's shooting just blanks. And the man came and told him. He lied and came back and told the wife that they said everything was good. So the wife said, okay, so if everything is good with you, everything is good with me. So then we have to just wait on the Lord. So they waited now the eighth, almost getting to almost the 8th year. But she said there was something in her spirit. You know, when something is not right, you can feel it. She said something in her spirit kept telling her, when I went to the doctor, he went with me. When they gave me the result, I was there. Why is it that when you went on your own, I don't even know whether you went by yourself, came back, did not show me no report, just told me with your mouth, what if he did not go? What if he didn't even go? You just made this up. So the girl said, okay. She remembered that one of the nurses that worked there was her childhood friend. So she now called the nurse and said, because between me and you, please, can you find out my husband's report? So the nurse now got a copy of it and gave it to her and said, please don't tell anybody because I will lose my job. Look at your husband does shoots blank. He doesn't have lifespan. The girl was like disappointed. She said it broke her heart. But by then, she had already been in this marriage now almost 7.5 years. He said, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to have a child for this man. You see, that's where the mistake, she was desperate. This was the time. Maybe she shouldn't have gone to the man and say, oh, look at your result. I saw your result. No, because she will make your girlfriend lose her job. But maybe she should have found another way to get the man to open up to her and then tell the man, like things like, nah, I don't know, this your report, they say is good, mine is good, but even if your own is not good, it doesn't matter. We can still, do adoption. There's a way you can talk to somebody and his conscience will start telling him, oh, did she say she doesn't mind? Okay, maybe I can tell her. So, but she said immediately she went into planning mode. She now told herself, since I am okay, and he knows that he is not okay, and he is lying to me. But the husband was saying, according to her, that the husband is saying that the man told him that he's okay. That the man never told him he was, which I don't think is the truth, but let us give it to him. Let's believe him. He said his friend, maybe his friend didn't want to hurt him, that his friend told him he was okay. That he never lied to her, he was okay. So I don't know. So this girl now said she needed to get pregnant. So she had this guy, according to her, who she was dating before, longest time. So the man came in town. The man lives, I think, somewhere in Asaba. And then she heard that the man was in town where she was staying. So she now went and acted like, let me see, but she said she planned it. It was during her ovulation. She got there, slept with the man only that once, and acted like she was drunk, left, and she got pregnant and gave birth to this boy. But she said when she was talking with the man, she asked the man, why are you not married? I dated you longest time. Why are you not married? The man said, oh, don't worry. There are so many complications, whatever. Don't worry. I will get married. But flimsy like that. So she left it at that. So now when she came back, she now told the husband, after some time, she noticed she was pregnant. So she told the husband she was pregnant. The husband was happy. So that's the way the husband is acting. That's why I'm thinking maybe did he know or he? I don't know. My unique, I'm confused. Sometimes I get confused. So he said the man was so happy. The man told the mom, the mother-in-law told her not to cook. They pampered her. They will bring her food. The mother-in-law will come and stay sometimes 2 weeks, washing clothes, cleaning for her, cooking, putting in the freezer. They said because this is a wanted child, they know one story. They know one story. And luckily she gave birth and she gave birth to a boy. So after all, the mom had only one child. So one was okay for them. And everybody loved on this child. Now, the child went to school and the teacher called her that the son passed out. So she took the son to the hospital, from one hospital to the other, and I can't even remember what she told me was wrong with the child. And they say that sickness is hereditary. It's being passed from the father to the children. So if the husband has it, So that means if they, I don't know how they were trying to explain, like the husband is older, so they need to take blood or something from the husband. I don't know what she was. I'm not a nurse. I don't know what she was telling me, but they need the husband to know because they need to test the husband, and she knows in her heart that that is not the man's child. So she doesn't even want the man to be there for the testing. But this is a loved child. So every time she wants to go to the hospital, the husband would take off work and want to be there. And she says she doesn't want the man. The mother-in-law wants to be there. They want you, this is their love. Oh, hey, biko. So she doesn't want them because she thinks this is something she can deal with on her own without them knowing, and then see a way for her son to get better. But the problem is they're trying to tell her that they need to test the husband's blood. And she does not want them because she knows that the husband will find out. So now she's afraid. She said, Mama Unique, what am I going to do? I don't want anything to happen to my child. And if I go now and not tell this man, oh, guess what? This is not your child. I know the family will hate me. I know they will not want me. That's number one. Number two, was the one I asked her. I said, the way your husband is acting, are you sure he does not know that this child is not his own? Because if the doctor told him that he doesn't shoot, he's shooting blanks, okay? He doesn't shoot lifespan. So he should know. But he said one day he was telling his husband was using style to ask the husband. So the doctor told you that you are good, everything. He said, yeah, everything is okay. So she said, I don't know, Mama Unique, if he was lying or he's telling the truth. Because if they told him that he's not shooting lifespan, so he already knows this child is not his. So it means he accepted this child because he felt that maybe I went and did what was supposed to be done without his knowledge, and he's going to be okay with it. But I am also afraid, what if he says no, that he did not know? The doctor actually told him that he is okay. So I'm like, my sister, I'm confused now. Sometimes Mama Unique gets confused. So I told her I'm going to bring it today. So I'm going to put the link. I just want to hear you guys honestly. I don't want us to come here and condemn what she did or what she didn't do. We are not judges. We are not the Holy Spirit. We are just here to give her our honest opinion. I told her my honest opinion yesterday. I said, whether the man knows or he doesn't know, I think we should tell him. Number one, your child is sick. Number two, even if he finds out, he has fallen in love with this child. So you don't know. He might actually say, forget it, I don't care. This is my child. It's not like there's another man that is claiming the child. Unless the sickness the child has requires his real father, then that means the real father has to come. And remember, that one doesn't have a wife and a child. So if he sees this is his child, he might want to claim this one too, because you don't know why do you understand? I'm like, my sister, this is so complicated, because if the best thing for them not even to go start testing your husband, just tell your husband the truth. That way he doesn't need to be tested. But if you guys keep doing this thing and they need to test the girl's father, the boy's father, then that means you have to go and find out your old boyfriend and tell him he has a son that is sick in the hospital. And that one no get wife, no get pikin. Maybe he also knows that this sickness is hereditary and he doesn't want to pass it to any child. Maybe that's why you asked him, why are you not married? He said, oh, it's complicated. So maybe that's why. Now you have a son for him. So he might actually say, you know what, I'll come and help you. At the end, I'm taking my son. So if he takes the son, now how would your husband look at it? Okay, I don't mind forgiving you if the child will be my child. But if I forgive you and they come and take the child, do you think I want to? It's my unique. Do you understand? It's just all over the place. Just one little, oh God. That's why we have to be very careful. You cannot be making decisions like this on your own, especially in marriage. It affects everybody. Now, this thing she did, thinking that it was to save her marriage, it was to save her or to save whatever. Now, she didn't consider this child. This child is now sick. She didn't consider the man that got her pregnant. That man might want this child. She didn't consider the mother-in-law and the father-in-law and her own mother and father who have gotten used to this child. What if this man take them? How would they handle it? Take this child, how would they handle it? He did not even consider the man that he was trying to save. How do they say it in Igbo culture? Ọkwọ m n'azụ, ụkwụ m na-adịtụ ala, ya hapụ m. Ịchọrọ ịgbatị agbatị sụkụrụ. You came to help. to help the man. But at the end of the day, at the rate this thing is going, you might lose the man, you might lose your child, you might lose everything. My unique, the link is in the comment section. Please, I need some people to come in and talk. What do you think she should do? I told you guys this one is complicated. I don't even know. So I told her, instead of you telling your husband to go get tested, just tell your husband the truth. Sit him down and tell him, listen, I was desperate. Whatever is your excuse, whatever was your reason why you did what you did, tell him. Then tell him, we need to save this boy. The problem I'm having with this thing is, if you need to contact that man to come for test, maybe the reason why they want to test your husband is because they think he's the father. So that's why they want to maybe take his blood. So maybe if you tell your husband the truth, then you guys can see whether there is another way to heal the child. If we tell the doctor the father is not here, is there another solution apart from the father's blood? So if the only solution is the father's blood, then you have to go get your ex-boyfriend. He's going to be a permanent fixture in your life now. Do you think your husband can handle that? The wife's ex-boyfriend is now the father of the son he has been calling his son for the past 4 years. Oh, Jesus Christ. Women, we do too much. We really do too much. Guys, let me see. This one, my uniques are tired. They don't know where to go with this one. Where are all the other Puroras? Stephanie, Uche, Stephanie Dim, where una day? Where Tochi? All my other Puroras, where are you guys? Other Puroras say, Mommy, this one, where Gele, Tyra, Pao. I don't know how to go on this one, Mama. This one, tie Gele, Tyra, Mama. I don't know. Guys, what do you guys think? I need to hear from you guys. This one is yesterday when I was done talking with her. I didn't know what else to say. I was just Sarah. Hello? Hello? Hello?
What happened? Huh?
Hello? Yoma! Oh, Jesus. Okay, Lindangwa, come on. I need help.
Good evening, man.
Good evening. I need help.
This one tired about that.
I was telling her yesterday, it is so complicated. From left, right, and center, it is complicated.
I tell you, it's very complicated because what I'm saying that if you watch now, the only remedy for me or something that can help her a bit is for her to go and meet the guy she had the stuff with. Now she may get some vital information from him, the injection he's giving his own child,
the man doesn't have a child. The man has not been married. Remember, he asked the man, we dated long time. Why are you not married? Why don't you have a child? The man say, oh, it's complicated. The man doesn't have any child.
Okay. If that's the case, that means the man may not know. Maybe he has such a ailment because since he's not married or he's aware too, he's on both ways.
He's both ways. Maybe he's aware, and that's why he didn't get married.
Yes. Maybe he's scared of getting married. So what I would advise her to do now is for her to go and approach him and tell him this is what happened, this is everything. So there will be a solution, but the truth must definitely come out because that man knows that child is not his.
Yes, I think he
2
knows.
years.
I think
2 years plus 8 years. Too long now. We are all men now. If you're married and you try 1, 2, 3, wife cannot shoot, you will go outside codedly, like in our place here. You don't even bargain it. You just go back and look for one this thing and start giving birth. Wife will not know. When is a boy or a girl, you bring it back. So that one is normal. So no man, it will have like few men can tolerate that 10 years without having a child when they know they are okay.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
And when the mom comes, he will defend the girl and say it doesn't matter. So I think he knows. I think he knows.
He knows, yeah. Let her go and meet that guy. So if there's an injection or what the guy is taking for himself, then they can give it to that same child. If not, they
Mm-hmm.
will lose the child and everything itself will go back to square
Go.
one. And let them save the child first before
Mm-hmm.
the other truth will come out. Because that truth must definitely come out. Must
Yes,
come out. I know. That's my advice for her.
child. I feel so. What you're suggesting is, first of all, she should go to the man and find out from the man
Yes.
how he's taking care of the sickness, and then come and do it
Yes.
to the child. When he says she saves the child, then she can now plug
Yes.
a on the whole thing about the
Yes.
child. But what if that
Yes.
other
Yes.
man come back for the child?
Yeah, that's another issue because it happened here, but that one was just the guy was giving birth, they were paying him money. You see, so when he got married for himself, he couldn't get his own child.
You see? Now he wants his
After
children.
this, now he wants the children, they had to relocate from Port Harcourt. So he said, so the boy, so I go so it's somehow it's ironical because the guy
Yes,
must definitely give her trouble one way or the other because they
yes.
met at the hospital.
Mhm.
Yes. She cannot run away or hide from the guy if he finds out that child is his. So
If
the
that
case is dicey.
I told her, if that man finds out that maybe what I'm thinking is the reason why he didn't get married is because he knows what he went through as a child with
Yes,
whatever.
that's true.
So he said, you know what, I'm not gonna put the child through it. But now that
Yes,
he has a 4-year-old, he will say, if I'm gonna help him, I might as well claim him. He's my child.
that's true. Yes. Yes, that's true. Then there will be trouble everywhere. And it's better.
Mhm.
The mistake she made was just it's better you stay clean. You see this thing, the one that happened here, four kids. The guy is looking for only one. Then I said, madam, give me one, make a hole. The woman said nothing. We paid you 10 million for the four kids. So they left Port Harcourt to wherever they are at and blocked the guy everywhere. So you see,
Child,
so that's why these things have way of coming back
he has a way
to
of coming out. He has a way of coming out.
so
Thank you, my
yeah,
brother. Thank
yeah.
you.
So my advice for her is
So
just to,
sorry for her.
to start with the guy first. Let her make a first step by
Mhm,
meeting the guy first. First thing
mhm,
first. Thank you
mhm.
very much.
All right, thanks, my darling. Thanks. Umokro Sarah, come on. Hello, Sarah. Umokro Sarah. Okay.
Right here. I don't want to come
Ihe
on
ndị
with you.
Igbo.
Hello, ma.
Hello,
Yes,
how
ma. How
are
are
you?
you, ma?
I'm
I'm
good.
good,
How are
though. I'm
you?
fine, mommy. I'm fine. So, how
All right,
is everyone? My regards to you and your family.
I sure
Huh?
will. I sure will.
You're welcome.
So,
You're
what do you have
welcome, ma.
to say? Mm-mm.
Oh, well, mommy, you see, this case is really complicated, like you said.
Very,
And
very.
somehow, I, it's really a pity. It's heartbreaking, too, and heart touching.
Yes.
um if you look at the whole thing, it's not something one would say, this is the way out, or this is
Mm-mm.
not the way out.
It's
It's a
complicated.
bit confused and complicating. So,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, since the man in question, let's just put it this way, is important.
Mm-hmm.
um her wife, his wife already knows about the secret of the man.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman in question knows she is positively fertile to
Mm-hmm.
give birth to a child. You see,
Mm-hmm.
the mistake was done when she could not reveal the secret that the man hid
Exactly.
away from her for a very
Exactly.
long time. That
Mm-hmm.
was the first initial mistake she made that seems a bit costly. But
Mm-hmm.
nevertheless, maybe she did it out of love, out of curiosity, out of
Mm-hmm.
respect, in order to save her marriage. She loves the man so dearly. Now she went outside her matrimonial home and
Mm-hmm.
somehow went back to someone who seems to be her ex. And
Mm-hmm.
fortunately for her, she took him. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good one. In order, she said she doesn't want to leave the marriage. She was doing this thing in form of sacrifice. Yes, but it was in a negative dimension. She didn't think about the positive side. If she had
Mhm.
talked about it in a positive way, she wouldn't have derailed from the track. Yet,
Mhm.
she did it out of love and sacrifice. Now that the situation or the clarion has called, so
Mhm.
that the child is sick, now let's do about this way. The way left for me. The
Mhm.
woman did what she did to show love, to protect, to maintain, and to make sure that the love and the marriage moves ahead. Though we are not God,
Mhm.
the man in question actually is the one to be taking the full blame of what led to this woman going this too far. Because if the man was honest, sincere, and truthful to this woman might not have gone this extent. She may have gone for adoption. But be it
Mhm.
as may say, let me just put it this way: she should just wake up, put herself together by the grace of God and God's wisdom, believing in God. She should just go straight to the man, tell the man the truth. I did this thing for your sake. I did it for our sake. I did it because I love you. I did it in order to make sure your name does not perish. Your name does not somehow vanish on the earth. I did it because I love you. So
Mhm.
actually, the person that gave me or impregnated me now, he is not aware. And this man loved this so-called child so much, so dearly. So definitely, if the man so much loved this child of his, which who does not really seem to be his blood, he will still love this child and love this woman. There is no sickness on earth. Let me just put it that way. I don't see anyhow the second party will come in. Let's assume it's blood something. Definitely, there is an alternative. It can be obtained or somehow sorted out in the
Mhm.
hospital. There
Mhm.
must be an alternative. There must be
Mhm.
an alternative because if the man is dead now, there still must be an
There
alternative
still
way
be an
of getting
alternative.
this.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
medically. Yeah.
right.
So this woman should open up to this man. I believe by the grace of God, everything is going to be sorted out. And this child should remain with that man because the man so much loved this child. Because
Mm.
and this man that is really the owner of this child does not even have an idea
No, he
about
has
this
no
child.
clue. Mhm.
So I believe with two of them putting heads together and the man understanding by the grace of God, I think the woman will overcome, the man will overcome. It is only our selfishness and greed, without lack of maybe with lack of understanding, that will make this matter seem as if heaven has fallen. The woman did what she did in order to protect her own dignity, image, virtuousness, and equally her marriage. She did it to sacrifice for love because she loves the man. So I believe she should just go straight to this man now, tell the man the gospel truth, make it known to this man. This man, I believe, I have a feeling that he's not going to send this woman away. He may
Mm.
at the end of the day, it's a probability. It's just like a, let's just put his statistical data, but my own, sincerely speaking, I have a strong feeling that this man will definitely accept this child and equally accept her. Only if she opens up and tell this man this is exactly the true situation of things. I believe God will be on her side and God will help them. Thank you, man.
Thank you, my love. Thank you. Ah, unique Sumurematu. Yeah, that's as if he was there. That's what I told the woman yesterday. I told her that even though what she did was wrong, even though I believe the husband knows, his friend told him the truth. He knows. So he already knows that child is not his. So, but maybe, you know how we want to act like see no evil, talk no evil. You know something, but you don't want to acknowledge it because you acknowledging it means it is there. I think he knows. And what I think is that if this girl goes to him and tell him, and then they say, okay, you know what, doctor, you don't need to test my husband's blood. What else do we need to do? There must be a way. Not be medicine. There must be a way. What else can we do? Is there an injection? Is there a transplant? Is there a blood fusion? Is there whatever the medical things they do? There must be a way. That way, because getting that old boyfriend, if you bring that man in, you don't scatter the marriage with that. Oh. If that man comes in there, that man will claim his son. No be Igbo man he be. Igbo man no dey live in child outside. He go claim his son. How do we say it in Igbo language? Ebe nwa shilowa ya yiri. Whenever a child comes from, he's a child. So once you get that man involved and tell him he has a child, forget it. When he will come and even before you know it, your husband will be uncomfortable. You see, there'll be a lot of drama. So for me, what Ihendibo said, that's what I told her, yesterday. But I also wanted her to hear from you guys. Go ahead and tell your husband the truth. Tell her what you did was wrong. Go, don't clap for yourself that what you did is right. You thought you were saving. You thought you were gonna save your marriage. Now look at you, you're in the middle of it. But there is nothing. You see, there is nothing too difficult that cannot be fixed. So in my own, I told her, just go to your husband, tell your husband the truth, explain everything. And this is a secret you and your husband will have. You don't need your mother-in-law to be explaining this secret. Neither do you need anybody. This is between you and your husband. And tell your husband, and I don't know why, just like Ogechi, I believe in my heart that that man knows he does not shoot lifespan. That result, her girlfriend brought her from that hospital. That doctor gave him that result. He knows he lied to his wife. So when the wife got pregnant, I think he was pampering her because he was saying in his mind, wherever you got this baby from, I don't care. All I need is a child. And he loves this. They say this woman say he loves this boy like with his life. So I believe strongly that all he wants is for you to tell him the truth. Or maybe he doesn't even want to hear the truth. But you need to tell the truth so that you don't give somebody else power over you. So that somebody else don't go tell him and then it will be. You have to tell him the truth. And then go to the doctor. Tell the doctor, we don't need to test my husband's blood. It is our son. What else can you do for him? What? You have the money. Your husband has the money. If it means flying him abroad, fly him abroad. If it means whatever, do. But getting that other man. Umokro Sarah, how are you? Hello? Umokro Sarah, hello? Umokro, this your network no gree you today.
Hello, Mama. Good evening.
Good
I'm
evening.
fine. How are you, Mama?
How are you? I'm good. All right,
Hello, Mama. Good evening.
good evening, my darling. Let's hear you.
Good
I'm about
evening.
to leave. Good evening. Good evening. Let me hear what you have to say.
Mama, good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you. Oh, she can't hear me. Hello?
Hello, are you hearing me, Mama?
Yes, yes, yes.
But I cannot hear you.
Uh-oh. Yes, yes. I can hear you.
And what I will say is that the woman should tell the man the truth.
Mhm. Okay.
The woman should tell the man the truth because it's better that the man hears the truth from her own man because already she is aware of the secrets of the man. Though she won't
Sorry, her network is not letting her. All right, guys. Guys, I'm about to leave you guys. I have to go get dressed. My thing is by 6. We need to go buy some non-alcoholic wine and then go start setting up the place. I'll carry you guys along. When I have time, I will show some, go live so you guys can see where we are, what we're doing. All right. So if those of you that are awake, you will see us. We are having fun. So I will carry you guys along. My sister, you have heard what we have said. I'm not going to stay long. I've told you everything yesterday. Tell your husband the truth. Tell him everything. And you see, since you say you still have the result, show him the result, everything. Tell him the whole truth. Tell him why you did what you did. It might be wrong, but you did it just to save you guys. Unfortunately, you didn't know the guy, and you don't want to get the guy involved. So if there's anything we have to do to save our child, let's go save. This is our child. I don't know why I believe, like I told you yesterday, I believe that man knows he shoots blank and he knows that child is not his own, but he still loves that child and he's going to still love that child. But once you start getting the other man, he might not want to. A man has ego, pride. Once the other man comes, now his mother will know that he's not the father of that child. His mother will now know that he's shooting blanks. His mother will now know, and your mother will now know that a man will not have pride and say, bah, No, I will not take it. So lose one. So that's what he's going to do. So, but if you just leave that man, I don't suggest you go back to the man for no test. No, because once that man tests, he's going to marry you. He's going to tell you, come leave your husband, come with the child, I'll take care of you people. So let us leave the man alone, but talk to your husband and then find a way. And I pray that, God will give you the wisdom. God will give you the patience. God will give your husband the forgiving spirit that you guys will patch it up and do the needful. And I also want to use this story and tell my sisters, those of us that are here, that are looking to get pregnant or that are looking for the fruit of the womb, my sisters, my brothers, Biko, don't do no kere business. If this is worrying you, call your husband and say, nah, we have been married now for 10 years. We have been married now for 12 years. We have been married now for 8 years. Don't you think it's time we go get some tests? To stop assuming, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. You can be healthy today and you won't be healthy tomorrow. Go get tested. And then when you find out there is a problem, be honest to each other and say, baby, this is a problem. You know what? Let us go. There are so many children in the convent, in motherless home that want adoption. You can go get a little baby and adopt the baby. And then as many as you want, you and your husband can take care of them. Stop waiting. You're waiting, you're 30, you're waiting, you're 40, you're waiting, you're 50. When will you do it? When you're 90? Then you won't even be able to take care of the child. Baby, this is your life. You cannot just be pretending. You're not the ostrich. You put your head in the sand and say, you can't see me, you can't see me, you can't. When we cannot see you. My sister, there are so many ways to have children. You can go through surrogacy, get somebody to carry the baby for you. You can do IVF, carry the baby yourself, or you can have it natural, get pregnant yourself. There are so many ways to get pregnant. But don't go and take matters in your hands and think, let me go. Look at this, our sister now. Even though that we are here consoling her, but every one of us say, oh, but she made a mistake here. Don't make the same mistake. Don't go start fixing things. Resist the urge to fix, save, manipulate, control. You are in it together. It takes two to tango. You, the husband, you, the wife. Don't go say, you know what, I don't need to tell my husband. Let me just go over there, get the gate man to make me pregnant. And then, no, get him involved. Now, look at the problem. You shoot blanks. You don't shoot live spam, but I'm okay. Do you want us to go to a spam bank, get the spam, put it in me through in vitro, and then I have the baby, you're still the father? Or do you want us to say, you know what, let's go adopt a baby? You come up as a family. It takes two to tango. Two cannot work together unless they agree. You guys have to agree. It's not something you do by yourself, because if you do it by yourself, it comes later on to bite you. All right? I'm going to stop right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourself and each other. I love, 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 love you guys. You are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why every single one of you is unique. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye bye. Bye bye.